Kyle Field, home to the Texas A&M Aggies, the Corps Cadets, the world-famous 12th man, Lady Reveille, and early indications, a whole throng of Aggies ready to make some noise. Today, an in-state battle between two teams from the state of Texas, and when you face off against another squad from the Lone Star State, the emotions tend to run a little higher. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the UTSA Roadrunners, taking on another SEC rival, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's able to sneak his way across the 20 and steps out at the 21. So the UTSA Roadrunners offense is on the field for the first time today. And this guy feels like a throwback. Back in the day, the running backs were always the stars. This guy fits that mold.
And he can do a lot of different things, too. He's not a one-trick pony. This guy can tote the rock. He can catch the ball. He can block. We might even see him throw the ball in this game. This is a jack of...
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense and their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
Got some room headed to the goal line. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Roadrunners.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the Texas A&M Aggies offense will get the ball for the first time. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the star corner.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt. I think they will trust him on defense to make plays. So you got to make a decision. Is my guy good enough to beat him on the outside? I am fascinated by this matchup.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the catch. It's Everett. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in and week out, working on those critical down and distances, 3rd downs. And having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And how about this defense? Your offense goes right down the field, scores on the first drive, and now you come out, get a big sack on 3rd down, and force a punt. You talk about creating momentum early and shutting the home crowd up. Mission accomplished.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. UTSA takes over and the offense ready to hit the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Across the 25, he's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the right. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Hold it. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. And the Roadrunners have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. Line gets set, 1st down. Linebacker shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Leaves it with the back. Open space at the 25. Hit the afterburners, kid. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. He makes the catch. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
Yeah, and you see the wide receiver. He's got to push up the field, make it look like he's going deep, but does a really good job sitting down on that curl, catching the ball. And then as soon as you catch that thing on that curl route, get upfield, get positive yards. Nice route by that wide receiver.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm now. They're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. He'll keep it himself. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. Oh, looks like the offense was able to recover it. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Snap it to the back. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And
lets it fly deep downfield. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie! Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
The Roadrunners will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Oh, gave the defender the business. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They go to the ground. Powers through the defender. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Fast motion from the offense. Off the play fake on first down. He looks that one in nicely. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there. This offense has a 2nd down play. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. They'll go to the air. Fires toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Aggies.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. UTSA takes over, and the offense ready to hit the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that too because it's obvious the defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. And the Roadrunners come to the line with a new set of downs. Off play action on first down. Feeling some heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. 2nd and 10 here. He's looking to throw. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
The Roadrunners will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And the ball is intercepted. Taking it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
Well, the quarterback on that one put a lot of air under the ball. The problem is it gave the defender time to get his head around and locate it. And because of that, he was able to come away with the interception.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
Well, there you're seeing the mentality of this head coach in the game, going for it on 4th down. A lot of guys would have tried to kick a field goal, but I think this guy knows, hey, we're not going to win this game putting 3s up on the board. We need touchdowns. Nice attitude.
Oh, he drops the football. He had it right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. The offense set for a 1st down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the right. Complete downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, really nice catch there, and I'll tell you, ever since Texas A&M made the move to the SEC, their path to the national championship got way harder. If they're going to win today, they've got to come up with big plays in the passing game. This guy gives them that opportunity. He gives them a chance not just to compete for conference titles, but for national championships, too.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Now on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got the back over the middle.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Quickly out to the tight end. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for them.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. He'll do it himself. At the 45 on his way. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Makes the grab. It's Penny. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Here comes the offense on second down. He'll pull it on the read. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. And the Roadrunners have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Firing to the right, complete. He's brought down solid. Pick up a little bit short of the first down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease, he puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
The pitch. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, UT San Antonio. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Splits the uprights. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Bunch formation for these receivers. Going up top on first down. Fires into traffic, picked off. Got room on the return. Inside the 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, UTSA. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Encroachment. Defense.
Defense a little too eager. That's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. After the flag, distance for a first down cut in half. They can really get aggressive on 1st and 5. Looking to throw. Spins away from the defense. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And he'll have to boom one from 58 yards out and be mindful to guide it in from the left hash. And it's good from 58 yards out. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll throw it on 1st down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Roadrunners will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half with those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the right. He's got it. And that one's going to get Reveille howling a happy tune.
Reveille, the 12th man, all the swaying, the traditions when you go to an A&M game. These fans love their team, and they love playmakers that make big plays down the field.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This dude will pick you apart if you give him time. You better get to him. You better make him feel uncomfortable. This defense did that. Nice job by the defense, hurrying the quarterback through his thought process.
Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on 3rd down.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. It's complete on the right side. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Everett. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up 3rd down.
And And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. Offense set on first down. Makes the quick grab. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Using the quick game. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, one of the reasons this offense likes the option game with the quarterback is to use his speed and try to attack the perimeter of the field. The defense, though, not having any of it. You saw the contain on the play, forcing him back in the middle of the field, and they're able to corral him for a huge loss.
And the Roadrunners have this offense rolling. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Dances away from the D. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Throwing right. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Roadrunners will try to pin them back with the punt. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. Swings it out to his running back. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. The quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. To the ground with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
3rd down conversions, always a huge stat. And they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Time to take a shot. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And when it's 3rd and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. Offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there. The defense makes the big play.
Leaves it with the running back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards. Make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Roadrunners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Gets it out fast.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
He'll pitch it. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Great team defense on that one. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Trying to pick up a first down. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on third downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. At the end of the quarter, guys, it's UTSA holding the edge. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. The Roadrunners are on the move. On the option. Now the toss. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Second down.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll try the run. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. They'll line up for a second down play. Trying to get the corner. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this run back. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive.
Well, that's a huge kick right there because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing in a big one.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. Should have ran a better route.
The give to the lone running back. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
He's going to pass on second down. Got his man on the right. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle was finally made. Now from inside the red zone. Pocket starts to collapse. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Well, it's an unfortunate drop by the tight end there, and he's a guy they just have not been able to get him involved in this football game. We're here in the second half, and this guy still doesn't have a catch.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives him the ball in prime field position at the 40. UTSA takes over and the offense ready to hit the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Roadrunners will call on their punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. You gotta stop turning the football over.
Release to the back. Grabbed over the middle. It's Everett. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Quick release on the RPO. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no 1st down.
They're trying to get to it. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he throws another interception. He'll try to take it back. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it would...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Roadrunner. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. You got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy, you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. He's looking to pass. A strike downfield. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Texas A&M going quickly.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. And yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
It's caught. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. This dude is dealing at receiver right now, and he's going to have them yelling well past midnight.
And these receivers are the ones that scare the mess out of you. The Mike Evans that on the outside that you know they're throwing the football, and you ain't got anybody that can match up. And when the Aggies find those guys, these offenses are like crazy.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Going for 6. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Oh, Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. Here comes the biggest drive for this defense. They need this stop the way the rest of us need oxygen. If they don't get it, they're done.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Quick release by the QB. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. He wants to throw. Working the middle, it's complete. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
They want to just keep throwing it. He's got him in the flat. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable 3rd down, get something positive. But how about the defense just reacting so fast, getting to the...
He'll take the deep shot. Pulls it in on the left. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. The Roadrunners will line it up on 1st and 10. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through